All right, we're live. Coach Hansa, I can't hear you. Can't hear him. Are we live?
Coach, are you okay? We have a technical difficulty.
A little bit of technical difficulties. I cannot hear you, so we'll figure it out.
All right, I'll try and talk loud, Coach. I'll try and be a little demonstrative.
That sounds good to me.
All right, Coach. Tonight, back to league play. Last week split against Equality Hockey Club, but tonight we're playing for the real deal, right? We're back into league play, and tell me what significance that has for us.
So these home. One, it's a home game, and we're playing a league foe, Duquesne, who has definitely improved over the season. You take a look at how they've done in league play, and they took John Carroll to overtime. They beat Kent State. They beat West Virginia in overtime, and they beat Mercy here. So they're on a little bit of a heater. And for us, it's all about getting back to IUP hockey. We're not necessarily looking past Duquesne. We're looking inside of our room and what we can do. So also league-wise, we're not where we normally are. We're normally sitting atop the league, and we had that split weekend with John Carroll and Kent State. So we got a lot of work to do. We got a lot of ground to catch up, and it really starts tonight here in 21 minutes.
Yeah, mentioned 21 minutes for sure. Yeah, we haven't played as many league games, though, Coach. We've played a pretty, what I would call pretty formidable exhibition schedule to get ready for our league play. We had a little bit of illness run through the club this week at practice, so hopefully our guys are ready to go.
Yeah, it is that time of year. When you get the temps that go up into the 70s, dip down to the 40s at night, we just fall victim to strep, whatever the case may be. But we still had a pretty good week of practice. Tempo was high, compete was very high, and we got back to a lot of structure this past week.
Yeah, I think so as well. As we look forward to tonight's matchup, though, there's some guys on this team that we're going to need to really pick it up, and I know you want to mention a couple of them, what their capabilities are, and what we're expecting.
You know what? Expectations versus requirements. We bring guys in. We invest in them when they, first don their jersey their freshman year, clean to their age-out year or their graduation year. And we look across our lineup. Again, I think this is the third week in a row we're mentioning Shane Miller. He'll continue. And we're really looking to get good production from 2-5 Jace Rurik and our 6-7 Trent London. I think tonight's the night that they break out of it. When you play good teams that do their homework and kind of isolate guys and make them really play the full length of the ice. They're plenty capable. We just haven't been able to find the net, and we're focusing on it, but we're not obsessing over it. So looking to get those two guys on the score sheet, and we'll run.
So we talked at practice this week a lot about being on a fine line of winning and losing because we're playing such an aggressive schedule. Can you speak to what that means?
So the aggressive schedule for us, when we've gone to nationals 3 years in a row, and we get there and we're a little bit shell-shocked, not because we don't belong. Our schedule doesn't play teams that play a little different style of game. And you kind of take a look at when we played Lawrence Tech, we played Syracuse. It's just a different style of game. It's Division I college hockey, and they play line to line, board to board, whistle to whistle, get in your way, make it hard to play against, and that's really our game. And we're using that to take a little bit of their recipe and share it amongst our league foes, if you will.
So, Coach, big weekend again. Home tonight, Duquesne, obviously. And then tomorrow we travel down to wild and wonderful
West Virginia. And, we're going to get down West Virginia at 9:30 at night Eastern Standard Time, play down in, that half shed of a barn down there. And, again, it's going to be a battle. We're going to win here at home, get some rest, jump on the bus, go down there, you just got to win on the road, and it's a good test for us because we're doing well against adversity, and we want to keep consuming it and use that for when playoffs come.
So we might be members of the Night Owl Club tomorrow, Coach.
Yeah, absolutely. If you can tell by my face, the frustration of playing a game at that time down at that rink is. Again, it's extraordinary. It's a great experience for us. The guys that haven't done it yet to go down and watch the public skate. And, just the signs of West Virginia, and it's a good night. It's a good night.
Yeah, it's something everybody probably has on their bucket list, right, Coach?
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, speaking of buckets, though, Coach, this is we're first weekend in November, and we have our mustache challenge going to benefit the Western Pennsylvania Veterans Association. So
How's that going, by the way?
I think it's going pretty well. The first week we saw some usual suspects in the lead. Jace Rick with his mustache, Sinicki with his, and we walking in here and we see Tyler Burkett jumping in the lead. So the donations help. You can check out our website, IUP Hockey, IUPmensHockey.com. You can figure out how to do it. If you're here in person, you can donate there. So everything goes to the Western Pennsylvania, helps you pay for heat, everything. It's tremendous. If you could see, when we take our Christmas picture and make that check donation to them, it's
so
something special.
Cause. Yeah. And once again, before we race off, because we got to get going, Coach, how can they donate again?
So you can go to our website or donate in person, and you can do it via Venmo or check. So,
all right, folks. Well, settle in. We've got a good weekend of hockey coming up for you live here from the bank. Let's go Hawks.
Let's go Hawks. Hey, thank you for our sponsorship again, Hanzo.
Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome into a thrilling night of college hockey at S&T Bank Arena here on this crisp Friday night in Indiana, Pennsylvania. Tonight, we have the IUP Crimson Hawks facing off against the Duquesne Dukes in a fierce divisional matchup. Both teams come in with something to prove, and the energy is high between the benches here tonight. My name is Josh Yates on play-by-play, and to my left is Mr. Jim Rearick handling the color duties tonight, and of course to my right is Bree Bland on camera. Jim, what are your thoughts tonight on the intensified matchup in front of us?
So, watching the games that we've played so far, I think this team, in order to get a win, they got to come out and play some disciplined hockey. They got to stay out of the box. And I think if they just use the talent that they have and skate, shouldn't be a problem.
Exactly that. Yeah, both these rosters very talented, very high-scoring teams, very physical as well. So, we'll see what we have tonight. It's a chilly night outside. Certainly things are about to heat up in here. Stage is set, the teams are ready, and we got puck drop here. Starting tonight for the Crimson Hawks, Nathan Miola centering Caleb Hoffman and Richard Wild, and the first defensive pair, Zachary Soy and Sean Donovan. As it's Richard Wild that clears their own defensive zone. Hoffman scrum on the near board. Puck breaks loose. And it's Zach Soy controlling it behind his own net. Richard Wild on the far board. Round back over to Soy. Dumps it up. Hoffman gives a chase. And the Duquesne Dukes get a much-needed change. Sean Donovan takes it into his own zone over to Hoffman. Hoffman looks for his man, back to Miola. Miller, that is, sorry. Miller takes it to his point. Matthew Lowe's on the near circle. And it was number 2, Tristan Lloyd. A great defensive play down low. First save there by Shane Paremba tonight in net. In between the pipes for the Crimson Hawks, and down on the other side, it is number 31, Dylan Marshall, for the Duquesne Dukes that is in between the net. As the Hawks still maintain the puck in their own defensive zone. Shot thrown on net by number 3, Kobe Lennox. Shane Miller tied up on the far board. And the Dukes will drop it into their own zone. And the Dukes will push it back down to their own zone. Kobe Lennox will rim it around as Kyle Ziemba over to Ty Burkett. Burkett looks up the ice, looks for his man. Chipped and blocked by Duquesne Duke. Trent London on the far boards. Tied up right in front of the referee's box. And it bounces free. It's going to be Ty Burkett that gives chase. Bouncing puck to Shane Baremba. And he will control that one for the first stoppage of the night.
I got to tell you, I am not impressed with the pace of play right now. We seem a little back on our heels. We got to turn it up a notch.
Yeah,
IUP, turn it up a notch.
Yeah, just like that. It's a rare spot that they get caught in on their own heels in their own defensive zone, and certainly once they're able to turn it around and push it back down to the other side of the ice, that's when the floodgates open. But right now the Duquesne Dukes just putting up as much offensive pressure as possible, here earlier in the first. Skating to the dot is E.J. Ferris, the fourth-line center for the Duquesne Dukes. And he'll win that face-off quick shot to Shane Baremba off the stick of Luke Laverick. And we'll get another defensive zone face-off for the Crimson Hawks. You see Hunter Fairman here in the dot for the Crimson Hawks. He's been flipped around multiple positions this season. We call him the Swiss Army knife up here. He plays a lot of defense, plays a lot of offense, and certainly the Hawks
very much a team player.
Exactly that. Yeah, definitely a good guy to have on on your roster as a coaching staff. And it's number 7 for the Dukes on the far board. Trent London controls on his own blue line. Number 15, Luke Laverick, will catch it and look up the ice. Trent London says otherwise. Hunter Fairman controls and swatted down by Evan Sala, number 6. Takes it into his own zone. Looks for his man. Finds Maddox rear by the point. Looks back down. Evan Sala down low. Circles around, tied up. Picked up by Trent London up to the top. It's Hunter Fairman behind his own net. Dangling in and out. And goes over to Evan Sala. Quick shot by Evan Sala, missed wide. Blake Snicki controls up top.
This is the most offensive play we've had.
Yeah, Jimmy, just like that, it's all it takes is just a quick turnaround like that, and certainly this IUP offenses can bring a lot of heat. And there's a shot by number 6, Ethan George. The third line right wing for the Duquesne Dukes. It's tipped up into the net, and we'll get another stoppage here for a Crimson Hawks defensive zone faceoff. Like you said, that was the first, it was the first kind of push on offense that the Crimson Hawks have seen so far. They peppered a few shots on, but unable to really establish themselves set in stone.
Here's the other thing. You look at the stats right now, assuming that they're correct. 2 shots with Duquesne, 0 for us. That's been an issue all year. I want to say we've been outshot in most games.
Yeah, I mean, exactly that. We certainly can capitalize on the opportunities that we push down, but certainly a problem that the coaching staff would like to see be resolved here for this Crimson Hawks offense. It's Sean Donovan that looks down low. Jeffrey Boker looks for the backhander across. Nobody's home. Tipped by Jordan Adams in the offensive zone. And Sean Donovan that controls. Donovan with a shot. Blocker save by Dylan Marshall. Adams up top, throws one on. Stop. And it's controlled by Dylan Marshall. Yeah, there was a lot of traffic.
That's what we need.
Exactly
that. At the net with a good low shot.
And we've seen the type of team play that Jordan Adams can bring, and certainly he's looking for those tip ins, and up high just takes kind of a soft low shot. Again, looking for the traffic down low, but unable to get it as Dylan Marshall stood tall. Here it is, Kobe Lennox controls. It's Golden around to his own. Here's Tommy LaRouere down below. Jordan Adams intercepts, and Jeffrey Boker puts it back into his own zone. Chase Malloy looking for his man, scanning. In and out, waves on the pass. Ty Burkett up top, over to Kaziemba. Low shot, sticked by Dylan Marshall up into the net. Like you said, that's what they're kind of been looking for, the low shots, and certainly their game plan so far. Just look for the tip in and try and get as much traffic in front of Dylan Marshall as you can. And Dylan Marshall so far, being the number 1 goaltender for the Dukes, is a 4-2 record so far, and seven appearances for this team, 2.81 goals against average. Quick shot there by Kyle Ziemba from up high.
It really wouldn't surprise me if this line right here developed the spark for IUP.
Yep.
They've been grinding it out all season and producing.
Yep, this fourth line, I certainly have sounded like a broken record, so far this season, but they bring a lot of energy and a lot of physicality, especially not being the biggest guys on the ice. And like you said, looking to be the spark plug, about 5 minutes in here into the night. Caleb Hoffman, huge hit on the near board. Swatted in front, Nathan Miola controls on the far board. There's number 22, John Saravelli, into his own zone, and Stripe says they're offsides. And like you said, the spark plug, we saw it right on cue, just a couple seconds on the ice for that fourth line, but laying a lot of big hits and certainly getting the puck in deep as any team would look to do. They'll head off the ice now. We're going to get the first line here tonight, which is Jace Rearick, Matthew Loza, and Shane Miller. Certainly a producing line at that. Scrum on the far board into the neutral zone. Down to number 7, Brandon Barger. Jace Rearick ties him up. Pokes freeze, Blake Sinicki. Here goes Shane Miller down on the near boards. Throws on the brakes, looks for his man. Here's Evan Sala up top, throws a shot on. He's blocked by number 26, Tommy LaRouere, in that slot. And only 5 minutes in, but certainly we're seeing the game plans pretty early here on both sides. It's Conrad White's Duquesne Dukes is they're just looking to apply as much pressure and get the legs weak of the Crimson Hawks. And the Crimson Hawks are looking for traffic in front, and just like it is there. Stopped by Dylan Marshall. Blake Sinicki down and low, looking for a tie-up. Goes around the boards to Jace Rearick, over to Shane Miller. Shane Miller in and out, working his man. Jace Rearick down low. It's up top to Evan Sala, shot on. And he scores! Evan Sala with the shot. Like we said, there it was, the traffic in front. Shane Miller with the tip, and certainly that's what they've been looking for. The score's 1-0. About
nice,
6 minutes here into the first.
Turn, the first 2.5, 3 minutes, not so good, right sloppy hoggy. And now, you said we're 5 minutes in, a little over. Nice.
Yep.
I mean, the puck control's been down here, in the offensive zone, and that's what we need.
Yeah, you know, it's just as you mentioned it. You know, you said the shot counter was at
now,
2.
Now it's upside down
right,
again, right?
2-0 unofficially is when you mentioned it, but it just got flipped by the Crimson Hawks. Now it sits at 5-2. About 6 minutes here into the first. There's Zach Soy controlling in his own zone, and Sean Donovan will control behind his own net. And there's the official count. Shane Miller got the tip in, assisted by Evan Sala. Zach Soy scanning his man. And there's a quick shot. Sorry, on net by number 13, Max Medallo. Stopped, of course, by Shane Paremba. You know, while we mention it, Shane Paremba certainly having himself a hot start to the season as well, as this is his 6th game played here as a Crimson Hawk, 3-1 record with a 0.934 save percentage, which certainly coaching staff has to be happy with. He's keeping his men in every game that he's between the pipes. A misread pass out front. It was number 28, Nico Maritucci with the shot. And there it is, the rebound. Stopped by Shane Paremba. So here it is, kind of lit a flame under the, the Duquesne Dukes, looking to flip the ice back down to their own side. Throwing a couple of rebounded shots up on Shane Paremba, but the Crimson Hawks defense, of course, looking to stand tall. Hunter Fairman skates to the face-off dot. It's Koretz that controls. Alongside, nobody home. Maddox Rear controls back into the neutral zone. Looks for his man, Trent London. Swats it into his own zone. That's Hunter Fairman giving chase. Huge hit there by Hunter Fairman. Maddox Rear down low. Hunter Fairman back up top. Ty Burkett. Ty Burkett looking for the quick shot. Dylan Marshall swats it away. Fairman around top. Cycles through. In and out. Dangling through. Looks for there it is. Hunter Fairman taking it himself all the way through. Finds his man, Trent London, on the far post.
That's what happens when you go to the net, right
There
there.
it is, yep.
You give Fairman some options. He can shoot, or he can dish it. He dished it, and Trent's on the back door, and it's hard for a goalie to make that type of save right there.
Yeah, right. The Swiss Army knife of the Crimson Hawks. Of course, he can skate it himself from the offense or the defensive side of the ice, and he takes it around the net for himself. Finds his man, Trent London, number 67. They advance. Those two alone advance the score 2-0 here in favor of the Crimson Hawks. Here's Kobe Lennox controls. Looks up. Missed pass by Marchitucci. Now over. Around the board. Back. Jordan Adams intercepts. Looks up. Chase Malloy gets a stick on, and it will go into their own offensive zone. And icing will be the call.
You were talking about the goalie just a few seconds ago or a minute ago, and it's nice this year. I mean, that was one of the things IUP did at the end of last season. We had Nathan Gates, but like this year we have solid 3. So that gives the coaches, plenty of options as to who to put in the net. Yeah,
certainly a story for this roster throughout the year has been, has just been depth, and like we said, Hunter Fairman exemplifies that alone, as he can play anywhere, but not just in that position. Plenty of guys, like you said. We got 3 solid goaltenders that, they're going to give you a good chance anytime. Anytime on a nice huge hit by Chase Malloy. Reverse hit. It's swatted up, and Jordan Adams controls in his own zone. Goes over to Ty Burkett, and he looks up and dumps it back into the offensive side. Look up here, Ethan George up into the middle. Intercepted by Sean Donovan. And it's Medallo along the side, cycling behind the net. And a shot on by number 19, Drew Palmer. And is stopped by Shane Paremba. Of course, those are the shots that goaltenders, like to have, especially when there's no traffic in front, and you can see it all the way through. Certainly he saw that one, and right into the glove. We'll see defensive zone face-off. And here out for the Crimson Hawks is Nathan Miola's 4th line, centering them, and for the Duquesne Dukes, it will be the first line, Dylan Bauer, Sean Marshall, and Alex Golden. There's a scrum on the far board, and like you said, there's that 4th line, doing their work.
They're gritty, man.
Yeah, being gritty and being pests, yep. Pass up by Caleb Hoffman. Misinterpreted for Nathan Miola. Tied up down low. Still fighting for the puck is Nathan Miola. Max Medallo down low. looking for Dylan Bauer, can't find him. Wins the race against Sean Donovan down low. Donovan with the hit, tied up on the far board. Miola looks for the clear, and it's stopped. Picked up by Sean Donovan. Richard Wild controls in his own zone. And the Duquesne Dukes will bring it back in. Here's Matthew Loza bringing it up his own ice on his own side. Blake Sinicki, I should say. And here it is. There's that physical play that the Crimson Hawks are been looking for, especially when they come in down on that low and high slot. Pass across for Shane Miller. He'll control. Looking for his man up ice. Over to Loza. Loza will take it himself. Swats it up to Jace Rierick. And here it is. Jace Rierick and Shane Miller all the way up. And there's a tie up as he goes up for that backhand shot. He slides into the net and comes off its pegs. He got tied up with Kobe Lennox, a big defenseman. I was talking with some hockey fans around the arena before this game, and we were talking about how these defensive pairings for the Duquesne Dukes certainly big in size. I know the Crimson Hawks can replicate that as well as Blake Sinicki out there now, but certainly they will bring the physicality as well in their defensive pairings. Blake Sinicki stops it and intercepts in his own zone. It's Brandon Barger that'll give chase, and Shane Miller will put him into Crimson Hawks bench. Big hit there, open ice by Blake Sinicki, and the hand will be raised by the officials. There it is. Blake Sinicki knows that he fell victim to that one.
Who did he call there? Is it on them?
I'm not really sure. There's been a story so far, but
oh no, it was Sinicki.
Yeah, it's gonna be Blake Sinicki. I'm still unsure what the call would be, but we'll wait to hear, and we'll.
If I had to guess, it's interference.
Yeah, I would think so.
Possibly.
And with that, you see our first PPC penalty kill here of the night. 5-on-4 hockey. Certainly no stranger. The Hawks are to odd man play.
Yep. I mean, the one thing we get a lot of practice at is penalty kill.
Yeah, that is, what I've heard from the guys, right? Yep.
And our penalty kill is pretty good. I don't want to jinx it, but.
Yeah, and as you mentioned that, these two teams both leading the Division 1 and 2 in the penalty kill and power play categories. Duquesne second in the league in power play effectiveness at 25%. And they're 8 for 31 chances, and of course they look for their 9th here on the 32nd chance. As there's about a minute to go here on this penalty kill. The current unit out there for the Crimson Hawks and Jace Rierick, Shane Miller, Sean Donovan, and Zach Soy. Skating to the dot for the Duquesne Dukes is Max Medalla, number 13. Looks back, number 4, Colin Moore. Controls, sends it into his own zone. Sean Donovan giving chase. There's another stoppage. There's about 50 seconds here to go on the penalty kill. Like we've seen, the Crimson Hawks holding their own structure here on the penalty kill. Shane Miller giving chase. There's Jace Rierick cycling through. 13, Max Medallo looks for his man. Finds Colin Moore. Back to Medallo.
I mean, we'll let them skate it in their own zone all day long.
Yep. The Crimson Hawks certainly will be just all right with killing this penalty off.
Now we got a fresh set of legs, all 4 change.
Max Rearick with the tip pass, and here's Trent London. Quick shot by London. He misses high. It's controlled by Ty Burkett. He sends it back down, and that'll be the end of penalty kill here. There's Burkett looking through, looking for his man across Max Rearick. Intercepted. Down low, and Duquesne Dukes will, no, they call it off.
I'm not sure why.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but Kyle Ziemba will control and send it back down. Now here's number 22, John Cervelli, intercepted by the Crimson Hawks. Kyle Ziemba looking up, finds Fairman. Fairman drops it for himself, takes it into his own zone. Looks across, Fairman, there's Trent London.
Oh my, Trent could have had two right there.
Trent London missed a little wide. Blake Sinicki with a quick shot that finds through, swatted away by Dylan Marshall. Ziemba skating for himself, swatted away by the Dukes. Now it's number 28, Nico Maritucci, stopped by Paremba. Rebound control by Blake Sinicki and passed away.
Back check right there.
Yep. It's Kyle Ziemba looking up. Pass intercepted, and the hand goes up.
Oh, and we're going to the box again.
And,
we
like
got
you
the
said,
hands two up. I mean, you got to play some disciplined hockey.
yeah, like you said, we got to stay away from the box. That's certainly going to be the story here. And the Crimson Hawks are just going to hope that this isn't going to hurt them in the long run. But we got 7 minutes here to go into the first, and we'll see the second PPC penalty kill. We have about 7 minutes to go here in the first period. Score sits at 2-0 in favor of the Crimson Hawks. Current unit out there for the Crimson Hawks is Sean Donovan, Richard Wild, Jeffrey Boker in there. Certainly a good face-off winner. Slap shot by number 22 for the Dukes. Blocked in front by Jeffrey Boker. Swats into his own zone, and that puck bounces out of play. And killed about 10 seconds there on penalty kill. And skating back into the dot, Jeffrey Boker for the Crimson Hawks. And number 13, Max Mandalo for the Duquesne Dukes. Send him out, and it'll be Richard Wild for the Crimson Hawks. I guess it'll be Jeffrey Boker again. There's the clear by Sean Donovan.
He just wanted to get lined up right.
Yep. Certainly reset his feet and get that face-off win. Kill a few seconds off the penalty kill. Pass is swatted away by Jeffrey Boker, I believe, back into his own zone. Saravelli controls for the Duquesne Dukes. Looking up, finding his man. Back over to 23. Sean Marshall and reverse the other way.
Maybe.
Here's Hunter Fairman, 2-on-1, looking for Hoffman. There's a dangle in, but Saravelli picks the puck loose.
Hoffman did a great thing right there, recognizing that Fairman lost the puck and backed out.
Yep, streaking down, looking for the odd man rush, but and that puck sent back down the other way, and Hunter Fairman gives chase. And here's Shane Miller, looking for his options, goes outside, comes back across. Looks up for Hunter Fairman, and he gets tied up on your boards, but Shane Miller fighting
it's like a one-man show
yeah,
down there.
Firing down.
1-on-5.
It was about a 1-on-3 on that tie-up, but Duquesne Dukes back down the other way. Cycles behind the net is Lombardo. Back up, across the ice. Quick shot on. Shane Paremba says otherwise. And the net, I believe, came off its posts. As we have about 22 seconds here on penalty kill. Man, just not really what you want to see as a penalty kill unit is them, getting set up and looking for those one-touch passes, but they're filling the lanes well, and Paremba saw that first shot all the way across as the shot counter currently sits 7-7, tied up. There's a few shots on, tipped away behind that. Miller tries for the clear. Wow, there it was. It was Dominic Lombardo, kind of taking it for himself in there, looking for that short side off Shane Paremba. Is 7 seconds here to kill on the penalty kill. The PPC penalty kill, that is.
it would be nice if we could catch our guy coming out of the box.
Yeah, right,
You know?
streaking down. Yeah, that's certainly
Gain possession right here on the face-off and
definitely
kill a few secs and throw it up the boards.
definitely in the back of the minds of the Dukes. You know, definitely that was, I think, the play there. So that'll be the kill and the end of the PBC penalty kill, and we'll be back to even strength. Here's Jace Rearick down into his own zone, tipped away. Trent London will take it back into the neutral zone. Medallo looks for his guy and intercepted by Jace Rearick. Shane Miller gives chase down deep into his own zone, and he misread puck off the boards. Shane Miller looking in the middle. Jace Rearick shot on, swatted away by Marshall. There's London, bounces it around the boards, and Sully will have to retreat. There's Brandon Barger, but intercepted by Sean Donovan. Looking back up, Jace Rearick loses the puck. It's controlled by number 19, Drew Palmer. Swatted away, missed by the Duquesne Dukes. Hunter Fairman uses his chance. There's a scrum there right in front of the penalty box. And there will be a hand up. And it'll be, we'll look to see what the.
Yeah, we got interference on 7 from Duquesne on Hunter Fairman.
Yep. That'll be the call. So here we'll have a chance. You know, we saw it twice already here. Crimson Hawks on their own heels on 5-on-4. Now we'll see, what kind of tricks they can pull out, out of their sleeve here and on the power play. We have 4 minutes to go here in the first period. Crimson Hawks lead 2-0. 5-on-4.
This would be big, getting this right before the end of the first.
Before the bell, yep.
Yeah.
Jordan Adams across. It's Hunter Fairman looking for the shot, missed wide. Controlled by the Dukes, and he looks for a clear, and it hits off stripes. It's Ty Burkett controls the neutral zone, looks at Adams. Adams back over to Fairman. Back up top to Adams. Adams skating it himself. Skating across the middle. Over to Boker. Boker with the shot, misses high. It's controlled by Hunter Fairman at the blue line. Fan on the pass, but Malloy connects.
Somehow that worked.
Somehow. Malloy scanning his options, goes around the boards, back over to Adams.
Lucky versus good.
Right, yep.
Yeah.
A little puck luck. There's Hunter Fairman looking for a shot. Trent London with the one-timer.
Gotta like that one-timer.
There's the one-timer. Dylan Marshall slides over and makes a stop. Malloy looks up top, looks for his options, finds Adams down low.
Oh my.
Adams back up top to Fairman. Fairman to Adams. One-timer by Adams, stopped by Dylan Marshall. Clear, ineffective. Chase Malloy back up top to Fairman. Hunter Fairman over to London, but there's the.
Wow.
Yeah, it looked like Trent London was looking for a call, didn't get it. It looked like the Duquesne Dukes were. Yeah, the Dukes were also expecting a call.
The stick was in the skates.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but there's a hit on Malloy on the near boards. Malloy loses an edge. They're still fighting for the puck down here. And there it looks like Matthew Loza, Malloy, and Maddox Rearick. Jace Rearick comes out on top with it. Takes it into his own zone, slows down, takes a shot. Stopped by Dylan Marshall. Loza down low, back over to Jace. Jace Rearick scanning his options. Takes himself up top. Goes to his brother Maddox. Maddox over to Ziemba. Ziemba looks across the middle over to Loza. And there's the loose puck out front.
All we needed right there is somebody on that back door, and that's slammed.
Ziemba going to get it deep into his own zone. Jace Rearick pinned against the boards. Shane Miller brings it out. Takes it in the middle. Jace Rearick goes inside, outside, score!
That is a heck
Miller.
of a move by Shane Miller. Went in there and danced him, kind of undressed him.
Unbelievable move by Shane Miller. He saw the middle was open. Yep.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Saw that the middle was open, takes it himself.
Just as they killed that penalty, too.
Yep.
So that was even strength.
Yep, perfectly inside, outside, and had Dylan Marshall in a vulnerable spot on his stomach, but Shane Miller finds the back of the net, and a quick early 3-0 lead here for the Crimson Hawks, only on 13 shots. Certainly some head scratching going on the Duquesne bench, thinking how they can stop this Crimson Hawks offense. Play is whistled dead. It's currently the fourth line out for the Crimson Hawks. And for the Duquesne Dukes, in the midst of a change. It'll be that, that top line, top scoring line for the Duquesne Dukes. Alex Golden, Sean Marshall, and Dylan Bauer. Definitely the fourth line looking to kill those fresh legs. Quick shot by Caleb Hoffman off the faceoff. Viola bats it around to Richard Wild. Wild looking up top. Couldn't connect. Sean Donovan. A quick shot by Donovan, tipped by
Hoffman.
Caleb Hoffman.
Yeah.
And he gets the hit to clear the puck. Viola dancing in and out on the far boards. Looks back up top. Zach Soy with the shot inside. Traffic in front by Caleb Hoffman. Sean Donovan intercepted in the neutral zone. Hoffman skates around, takes it back into his own zone. Shot by Hoffman.
Wow.
In between the legs of Laurie Ware. It was a surprise shot for Dylan Marshall, but luckily missed wide. Still that fourth line out there trying to kill the legs of his first line forwards. Puck's batted around the boards. Takes a weird bounce off the stanchion.
Don't even know how that stays in.
Not sure, but Jordan Adams tied up. Sean Donovan, quick shot. On to the net. Chase Malloy on the far boards. Pokes it to Blake Sinicki. Blake Sinicki with the quick shot. Man, he has a powerful shot.
I am loving all these low shots going in. And we have people in front of the net, so we keep this up. It's gonna pay off.
Yeah, certainly the floodgates could argue have already opened, but certainly they're going to. It could get a lot worse if they maintain this pressure.
Right.
The Dukes just looking to head into the power play. Sorry, the intermission. We're keeping the score where it's at. Here's Evan Sala that looks for his man up top. Jordan Adams across to Sinicki. Sinicki mishandles the puck, and number 28 for the Duquesne Dukes, Nico Martucci, and it controls. It's back over. Drew Palmer dumps into his own zone. Chase Malloy collects. Looks for his man, goes up to Jordan Adams.
Oh, nice.
Adams skates around his, We've seen he definitely has the moves, and there it is. He'll dump it into his own zone as the clock expires here in the first. The score currently sits 3-0 in favor of the Crimson Hawks. And what do you think so far of that first period?
After the first 2-3 minutes, I think IUP dominated the game. They just got off to a slow start. They were on their heels. I mean, shots were, 0-2?
Something like that.
And now we're 16-9. 3 goals, we're up 3. I think they just need to continue to apply pressure. Obviously, play. The penalties. They weren't. I wouldn't call them undisciplined. Like, they were just hockey penalties, right? So as long as we don't do the stupid ones, I think we're fine. I think we just need to continue applying the pressure that we're applying, and don't let them back in the game.
Yep. So it's just that. Certainly, the offensive pressure was heavy in the Crimson Hawks' favor. Score currently sits 3-0 as we'll head into the first intermission, and we'll be back with you for the second. Welcome back, everybody. We're here with the second period at the bank. The Crimson Hawks firmly in control, leading the Duquesne Dukes 3-0. And what a game it's been so far for IUP. Shane Miller and Trent London making their mark on the score sheet. Miller set the tone with an early tip-in goal. After that, Trent London took the lead, added to the lead. And just like that, icing on the cake, Shane Miller found the back of the net again for his second of the night with a dazzling move, face-to-face with goaltender Dylan Marshall. And the score sits at 3-0. So here we have the Crimson Hawks looking to add to their lead, and the Duquesne Dukes looking to chip away and add one for themselves. Zach Soy that controls in his own zone. Goes around the net to Donovan. Mishandled, and it's 28 Nika Maritucci that sends it back around. Soy collects again. Goes up to Jordan Adams, looking up ice. And decides to send it into the zone and finds Malloy on the opposite side of the boards. There's a hit by Ty Burkett, I believe. That was Jeffrey Boker, actually. Down low. Wow, quick.
Wow, how did that?
Quick shot by Chase Malloy that was stopped by Dylan Marshall. Looked like he had, looked like he knew where it was at, but.
I mean, the goalie had to get enough of that because it kind of rolled in really slow.
Yep. It finds the back of the net.
That is not a great way to start for Duquesne.
Definitely
Unfortunately, a great way to start for the IUP Hawks.
And only 40 seconds into the first, a weird goal for Chase Malloy. It slides right through the 5-hole of goaltender Dylan Marshall. Certainly not happy with that one as the coaching staff for the Dukes, but otherwise the puck will drop and keep going. Score sits at 4-0. Aggressive play by Shane Peremba out of his own net. There's a turnaround shot there. Misses wide, and Ziemba looks across the ice.
Well, that was a energizer bunny right there for the IUP Hawks, getting the goal that early in the second period.
Yeah, certainly, just like you said, the spark plug for the second period, and the Duquesne Dukes were stretch pass there,
Lord.
down all the way right. Jace Rear goes in and out. Oh,
And
stop!
tries to roof
Hits
it.
the post. Yep.
Yeah.
It looks like the whistle was blown dead. That was just a really long. We've seen the stretch pass a lot so far in the season. It was Kyle Ziemba all the way down behind his own net. Sends it all the way across and finds Rierick at the perfect time right on his own blue line. Takes it in. Jace Rierick all alone. Certainly.
I mean, that also sends a message to Duquesne is like, we're not letting our foot off the gas.
Yep. Exactly that.
Yeah. You don't want Duquesne stepping back into this game by any means.
Pass intercepted by Maddox Rierick, sent back down into the neutral zone. Tipped in to his own zone by number 21, Dylan Bauer. Sent all the way down on net. No icing. It'll be Tommy LaRuere that will send it back down all the way down to number 25, Alex Golden. Quick shot on. Peremba says no. Golden up into the middle, but Sean Donovan that finds the pass in the high slot. Dumps it into the neutral zone, and it's going to be number 3, Kobe Lennox, that will collect and dump it back down into his own zone. There's Ty Burkett looking up ice. It's tipped by Maddox Rierick back in the neutral zone. Duquesne Dukes collect and send it back down into the offensive zone. There's Kyle Ziemba all the way around. Ty Burkett, quick pass all the way around. Hunter Fairman just looking to get it back down to their O-zone. The Duquesne Dukes are holding tall. This is a little chip shot by Ty Burkett to knock the puck loose. Kyle Ziemba fighting for it in the middle of the ice, and a quick hit by Kyle Ziemba. Richard Wild, quick shot on.
There you go.
Butterfly save by Dylan Marshall.
Another low shot to the net. You had somebody crashing. And right now, we're doing the right things. Nice poke check.
There's a poke check by Evan Sala looking to take it back up the other way. Miola on the forecheck. Caleb Hoffman with the stick tie-up, and Blake Sinicki that'll collect in his own zone. Over to Sala. Sala looking up the ice, finds Caleb Hoffman. Hoffman takes it into the O-zone. Sticked away by Drew Palmer. And puck hits the rafters. And we'll see a whistle to blow it dead. Like you said, just a lot of, we've seen, besides that first goal in the second, it's been a lot of neutral zone hockey.
Yeah, it has been.
So
Absolutely.
we're seeing maybe the Duquesne Dukes giving a little push back down to their own way as we'll see an offensive zone face-off for the Hawks. Dropped all the way down. We hear the vocalization from goaltender Shane Paremba. He's doing his part so far here tonight as he has faced 10 shots and has stood on his head for all of them. As we'll see another offensive zone face-off. Currently the 5 out there for the Crimson Hawks. Caleb Hoffman, Richard Wild, Nathan Miola, Evan Sala, and Blake Sinicki. So the fourth line grinders for the Crimson Hawks, and we're looking at another one. There's that body being used by Caleb Hoffman. Miola in the middle, fans on the pass. Circles around, looks for another option. Quick shot down low, finds the backboard. It'll be Blake Sinicki that mishandles the pass and be in his own neutral zone. Will send it back down. Here the Dukes looking to break out back into their offensive zone. Skating back up, looking for his man. It's number 13 that finds it. Madalo back down all the way deep into the Crimson Hawks defensive zone. There's Ethan George circling around the net. And he finds Lombardo. Missed pass, Miola finds it and looks for the tie-up. Evan Sala collects down low. Tied up again, Ethan George. The Duquesne Dukes will keep it onside. And Miola, quick pass up to Jordan Adams. Jordan Adams elects to skate around and keep it deep.
That helped. That'll give IUP a little bit of a change. I think they got everybody off except Jordan.
And needed some fresh legs for
Jordan,
sure.
He'll probably go to the bench here as soon as he knows it's safe.
Yep. And there he is. Jordan Adams clears it back down into his own zone, and he'll stay on. There's a big hit down on the far corner. It's number 11. Dominic Lombardo skating across the ice into the neutral zone, dumps it into his own zone. Zach Soy looking for the collect. He'll dump it back down the other way. And that shot will be on net. Dylan Marshall will bat it away, and the Duquesne Dukes, yet again, looking to crack this strong defense that Crimson Hawks have held so far. They're just not really giving any holes. As Crimson Hawks read that one all the way through. Yeah, hear a lot of groans from the Duquesne bench on that one. Is offsides. Yep, offsides is the call. Certainly they had the pressure. The pressure going back down that way. They had the numbers as well. Momentum killer for sure. But we'll see a neutral zone face-off, and it'll be Matthew Loza skating to the top for the Hawks. Tie up, goes towards the Duquesne Dukes. Sent back down and batted away by Jace Rear. Kauziemba around, back over to Ty Burkett. He looks up ice. And the puck's collected by number 2, Tristan Lloyd. Duquesne controls. Missed pass by number 23, Sean Marshall. But puck will come back down to the other side.
Bolza could have picked that puck up right inside the blue line.
Yep, we would have been right back down the other way.
We would have had a nice opportunity.
And business.
I hope I pronounced his name right, too.
And Matthew Loza, yep, you got it right on the nose. I believe that's him on the face-off dot. He'll win that one. Jace Rearick slides it across to Ziemba. Mishandled and back down to the neutral zone. And there's Shane Miller that'll dump it deep. The Dukes will collect, look up ice. Go all the way down, missed pass, and seeing yet again another icing. Whoa, quick turnaround. A little turnaround.
What happened there? Oh, I didn't even see it. Like, did Duquesne do that, or did he do it himself?
Yeah, it looked like a little cheap shot down low. One of the Dukes turned around and slashed the stick of Ty Burkett, and certainly he will be a little agitated. A couple $100 in lumber that.
Couple $100, it could be 300.
Yeah, then he'll have to swap out, but
probably definitely not under warranty either.
Yep. So he'll get another.
Probably the 31st, 32nd day.
Yep. So he'll get another twig and head back out there. Stay out. It'll be that second pairing for the Crimson Hawks. There's a quick shot there by Matthew Loza. Sorry, Ty Burkett all the way in. Kyle Ziemba controls in the neutral zone, looks over, finds Jace Rarick on the far board. Skates around, Loza collects, spins it back to Jace Rarick. Looking for the net, Jace Rarick, quick shot. A stick save, it sounded like, by goaltender Dylan Marshall. Sela keeps it in the zone. Galziembo looking back across, finds Miller down the middle. Miller back over to Jace Rarick, quick shot. Again, he has that, he has that quick release, and there the hand goes up. So there's a little bit of a cheap shot, I believe, by Evan Sela there in the middle of the ice. And we'll get another look here. The third attempt here for the Duquesne Dukes on their power play, but we'll see a PPC penalty kill for the Crimson Hawks and see if they can go 3 for 3 on penalty kills. Stripes will.
So there is our first undisciplined penalty on Jace. I mean, he can't. He's a right fighter, and the referee is just not going to change the call, man. I've never seen it in my entire career. You just got to let it go.
Yep. They certainly teach that in youth hockey that if you talk back, they'll send you in as well. So we'll see some 5-on-3 hockey, that is. Certainly no stranger to this. The Crimson Hawks are being down 2 players on the ice. They'll look to eat up all of the possible passing lanes they can, and they'll send out their first unit in Richard Weil, Jeffrey Boker, and Sean Donovan. And puck bounces loose. And the Dukes controlling their own zone.
This will be a huge kill here for IUP.
And they're circling around on their far board, back over to Sawyer Koritz. And then up top to Drew Palmer. Back up top to Palmer. Palmer slides over to Koritz. Koritz across the ice, quick shot. Paremba says no. Boker looking for the tie-up. It'll be Medalo going up in the middle. Huge rebound there that Shane Paremba gave up, but it was out far enough that the Dukes were unable to control. Pass back over, back up top. Quick shot, stick save by Paremba. Circle through, back all the way around over to 9, Medalo. Pass back up top. Drew Palmer. There's the, wow.
Holy cow.
Puck still bouncing around.
That is amazing right there.
That was a fantastic save.
Unit effort, like everybody participated.
And
we get a nice, we're going to get a change. That is huge.
That is great play by that unit. As Paremba was standing on his head, stopping as many of those rebounds as he could, and we saw a couple of skaters in the net as well, blocking a few shots.
That is big, big, big.
That's great work. Great hustle by the Crimson Hawks. Is be 43 seconds here on the 5-on-3 play. Great work by Shane Paremba.
Now they have changed the icing call to, I guess they must have messed up.
Yeah, not exactly sure of the call, but
originally it was icing.
That's what
on Duquesne.
That's what it looked like, but
now they've somehow convinced the Stripes to not take it the whole way down.
And here we go on the 5-on-3 again. A new unit out. There's Tristan Lloyd across, back up top. Tristan Lloyd on the far dot. Shot it, blocked away by Paremba. There's Lloyd on the left circle. He goes back up top, back over to the right. Right across the middle. Batted away by Zach Sawyer.
10 seconds left. 10 seconds left.
10 seconds to go.
Come on.
Look, get back to even strength. There's the Lloyd. Lloyd fans on the pass. And circle back around. And there's the kill. We'll be back to 5-on-5 play, and certainly a sigh of relief for the Crimson Hawks. Huge hit by Jace Rarick as he comes out of the box. And they're going to look to send it back down the other direction.
Oh, yeah, a little high. So, they didn't call icing that. That is something.
Quick shot by Caleb Hoffman. Batted away
Maybe
by
that was a makeup call.
Dylan. Might have been a makeup call. And Dylan Marshall will ice that puck.
So on that 5-on-3, I'm going to tell you what I think the key was there. Those kids played that triangle in a way that let the goalie see like the lanes, right? So like all their shots, that goalie had complete visibility. And that's what you need.
Yeah, just like that, visibility is the goaltender's best friend.
Yes.
And, of course, traffic in front will hinder that ability, but like you said, opens up the lanes and he sees every shot. It's a quick shot by Kauziemba, batted away and sent up into the net. Yeah, like we said, sigh of relief for that penalty kill. 5-on-3. Back to even strength. They really held their structure very well. We saw in that that third unit was led by Captain Zach Soy. He did a great job tying up the puck where he could, and certainly led to getting 5 guys back down on the ice. As the Dukes look to add onto the scoreboard. London sends it over to Burkett. Burkett looks up high. He finds Maddox Rear to tip it into his own zone. It's collected by Lennox behind his net, sent around. Back over to Reinbold. Reinbold looks in the middle, and it's intercepted by Ziemba.
Ooh.
Fan
That
pass
helped.
on that, and
Yep,
Ziemba
little
looked to send it
fumble.
back the other way, but tied it up otherwise. As the Duke sent it back down the other way, intercepted by Evan Saylor right in the middle, and sent
a
back down the other
one-on-one
way.
here.
Hunter Fairman and
1-on-2,
Trent London,
1-on-3.
2-on-1. Yep, got the
3-on-1.
numbers. Had the numbers down that way, but Hunter Fairman, quick shot back onto the net. Certainly they wanted a piece of that goaltender, but were unable to connect on the 2 3-on-1. Like you said, you were just adding numbers as they were skating down.
Yeah, I had him backwards. but
Right,
they-
Yeah, they were adding guys coming down, but it was Dylan Marshall that
That's what you want to see.
So
That's
tall,
that's hustling right there.
Evan Saylor down in his own zone. Tying it up is Sawyer Koritz. Jordan Adams beats it to the puck, and
Sneaky right
Yeah.
there.
Jeffrey Boker bats it away. And it's
Duquesne
Blake
did a good
Sinicki.
job of picking our guy up on coming off the bench.
Saylor back into the neutral zone to Malloy. Adams sends it down, and Boker gives chase. Down there in the tie-up, Colin Moore and Jeffrey Boker. Swatted out, Jordan Adams to the middle for Boker. Boker can't complete. Bats it around to Malloy. Malloy scans his options. Sends it back up top to Sean Donovan. Sends it over to Soy. Soy down middle, in for Malloy. Malloy, quick turnaround shot, but it'll be a pad save by Dylan Marshall. And like we said, it was that unit was doing a great job cycling the puck through and finding the connections that certainly you want to see that catch that defense off guard. But it was Dylan Marshall that saw through their tactics and sent that puck up into the net. And we'll see another offensive zone faceoff for the Crimson Hawks.
Oh, nice little pinch there by Zach Soy. ZZ.
There's some confusion as the puck slides back down to the neutral zone. We have about 8:40 to go here in the second period. The score still sits at 4-0. Duquesne Dukes looking to net one of their own to start clawing away at this lead that the Crimson Hawks have, but the Hawks stand tall on offense and defense, doing a great job holding their own in the defensive zone and getting the puck deep in the offensive zone. So they win that face-off, and Sean Donovan sends it up. Jordan Adams tips it into his own zone. It'll be Drew Palmer that collects for the Duquesne Dukes. And they'll still dance around in that far corner. And they'll slide it back around. They'll look for the bank shot all the way up. Zach Soy looks to send it into his own zone. Tipped in by Chase Malloy. Send it back down for Drew Palmer.
I mean, we'll take that. I thought it might have been a high stick. And Malloy hit that puck back in the net. Or not in the net, but into the zone.
Zach Soy collects in the neutral zone. Sends it over to Miola skating down into the far corner. He slides it across from the middle. Nobody home. Kauziemba kind of faked that hit there. Kind of scared him offside.
You know what,
Now
though?
a
I
quick
think
hit.
it worked.
It did,
And,
definitely did work.
You know,
Yeah,
it didn't go the whole way. Like he
right.
fluffed the pass or fluffed the icing.
A quick pass down low. Burkett looked to intercept, but it was Medallo to Laverick, but they were unable to connect. Here's Ziemba taking it in the neutral zone. Ziemba dances in and out and gives it up to Medallo. Medallo comes down in to his own zone. Quick shot saved by Shane Paremba. Wild looks up the ice for Ziemba, but it's batted down by Ethan George. Wild ties him up on the close boards. Kyle Ziemba looks back up the ice. He finds Miola. He takes it into his zone. Miola looks to get around that defensive pair, but was unable. Here's Medallo back down the other way. Wow, quick backhand shot by Medallo from our angle. Looked like it might have went into the net, as there's a hand up over here. Not sure what that is about, but a quick shot by Medallo. Certainly a scorer Medallo is for sure. One of the top scorers for the Dukes. Currently sits at 7 goals, 6 assists, and 13 total points in 13 games. So he sits at exactly a point per game for the Dukes. And, he looks to be the spark plug. It's been the adjective of the night, but he looks to be the spark plug for this.
Oh, another stretch pass.
For the Duquesne Dukes. And here's Golden. Cross back into the middle, back over to Golden. Golden all alone with Paremba. And there it is.
That is not what IUP needed right there.
And it was just a misread pass as he went a little give and go action. The score is now advanced to 4-1, still in favor of the Hawks, but the Dukes will crack the scoreboard for the first time of the night, as it was Alex Golden that found the 5-hole of Shane Paremba. He was all alone, certainly, like you said, not the.
I mean, the big thing right now,
not the scheme, but
6.5 minutes left. IUP cannot let Duquesne go into the locker room in the third with momentum.
Definitely it was sort of not a momentum killer, I would say, but
not
exactly.
at all,
The momentum was definitely puck.
I hope everybody's okay
everybody's
down there.
right.
That thing zipped around.
Yeah, it came up into the stands.
That could have caused some stitches.
Yeah, that could have been. Someone's gonna get a lucky souvenir. It looks like, if everybody's all right. But
too bad our dog's not down there. He loves them pucks, man. He'll chew them up in like 2 minutes.
Well, we'll see him. Center ice face-off as that puck was batted out of play. And the Dukes will dump it into their own zone. Evan Sala collects back over to Blake Sinicki. Sinicki looks up ice for the dump. Nobody's there. And the hand will be raised and icing will be the call. And like you were saying, it was on that goal, just not really the scheme that the Crimson Hawks were looking for. They kind of got caught tied up with each other, and as they were looking for the switch off, but Alex Golden found the opportunity and took it himself, picked his spot, and sent it behind Shane Paremba. We have about 6 minutes to go here in the second period. Face-off won by the Crimson Hawks. Shane Miller, that's it all the way up. A fan pass by number 2 Tristan Lloyd, and it's going to be Jace Rierick all alone. And he tries to go up high.
2 times going high.
Tries to go up high, missed it a little up high, but they'll continue the pressure. Shane Miller will take it back into his own zone.
Interesting right there.
Yeah, and
okay. I don't know if he called the first one or got the second one.
Yeah, it looks like there was there's a little bit of physicality throughout that play. There's a couple of
I think he got Duquesne, which is the right way, or the right call. I just don't know which one. They must have had 2, because there was what I thought would be a trip on the boards right in front of IUP's bench.
Yeah, it looks like they were looking for a couple of calls, but it'll.
Oh, actually,
like you
they're
said,
not calling anything.
No, it'll be.
Woof.
I believe it'll be.
What the heck happened here?
Number 56, Nathan Miola, that's serving that penalty. As we'll see another PPC penalty kill here for the Hawks. They converted 3 out of 3 times that they've been on the kill so far tonight, looking for 4 of 4. And the call.
There it is.
Too many men on the ice is the
that's
call.
why it was confusing.
Yep.
I didn't see that.
As the Dukes look back down the other way. Zach Soy loses an edge.
You don't see that too often.
No, it's number 13, Max Medallo, all alone. But
often.
Shane Paremba had the pad save to send it back behind him. The unit out there for the Crimson Hawks, Hunter Fairman, Sean Donovan, Kyle Ziemba, and Caleb Hoffman. And the Dukes take it into their own zone. There's a minute 20 to go on the kill. Caleb Hoffman with the hit on the far board, and they look to clear, but are unsuccessful. Max Mandalo back down the other way. Looks for it across the crease for Joseph Reinbold, but nobody was home. A quick shot in, Paremba with the stick save away. And they're cycling through, trying to reset their offense.
Nice play by Caleb Hoffman right there.
There's the batted pass by Caleb Hoffman. He tries to send it away for Fairman. Intercepted by the Dukes, and it looks like it'll be number 23 alone. And there it was again, Caleb Hoffman with the hustle. Yeah, back down the other way.
You got to admire that right there. Like, he went up there, made a great play, then he makes a bad pass, hustles back, right?
Yeah, that's
doesn't take his foot off the gas at all.
Yeah, that was certainly the drive that you want to see from your penalty killers.
Yeah.
It's like you said, bad pass, but he didn't let it affect him, and he sent it back down the other way, and intercepted that one-on-one option. Jace Rick all alone in his own zone. Sends it back up to Zach Soy. Zach Soy over to Ty Burkett. Ty Burkett looks up ice and dumps it into his own zone. Bouncing puck on to Dylan Marshall, but he elects to pass it out.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, 10 seconds on the penalty kill. Golden dancing in and out of his zone. Looks for the one-timer across. Wow.
That is a hell of a save right there.
That was a fantastic save by Paremba. It was number 22. Johnny Saravelli with the shot set up by Alex Golden, the one-timer.
Straight back across, and bang. Oh, we gotta love that.
Yeah, that was, of course, great work.
That's what you want to see out of your goaltender right there.
Of course, yeah. Your goaltender has to be your best penalty killer. That was a great post-to-post movement. He stops that one-timer. 3 seconds will expire the penalty kill, and we'll get back to even strength now. There's 3:30 to go in the second. Sean Donovan on the far boards.
I mean, seriously,
it up.
Duquesne can't say they didn't have chances. They've had plenty, and IUP is keeping them out of the net.
Trent London all alone in his own zone.
Yeah, I would say, I would agree with that.
Yep. Yeah, it just kind of came out of nowhere. Trent London kind of was streaking down as there was a little bit of a dump pass.
To be honest, I can't believe Trent wasn't screaming.
Yeah.
Like he definitely got
very vocal.
There.
He is.
He's a very vocal kid.
Yep.
They all are.
Yep.
I mean, they play with passion.
He just kind of came out of nowhere up the middle, and a dump pass, it seemed like. And there was a tie up by one of the Duke's defensemen.
So this looks like we're going to have the number 2 power play team. Yep, number 2. This is the second unit.
We're going to see I'm glad you brought that up because I certainly missed it. We're going to see the PPC power play for the Crimson Hawks. Looks across. Hunter Fairman, quick shot. Yep, it's cleared by the Dukes. 10 seconds killed off the penalty kill. Jordan Adams skates it in. Trent London to the right side. Trent London looking in the middle. Nobody there. Batted away by number 4, Colin Moore. It's tied up on the far board. They go down low to Malloy. Malloy back over to Adams. Adams up top to Fairman. Fairman across to Trent London. Quick shot on. Stopped by Dylan Marshall. 22 looking for the clear was, John Saravelli was unable to, but.
Whoa, that was a misplay.
That was kind of a weird misread pass.
And 28, if he doesn't lose his edge and fall, he has a breakaway.
One-on-one, It was Nico Maritucci that had the one-on-one opportunity. Like you said, missed an edge, and there's another missed opportunity there. Shane Paremba elects to play it behind his own net. Hunter Fairman across, back over to Jace Rick, and they'll push it back down the other way. Jason Malloy takes it into the own zone. Looks across over to Jace Rick. Jace Rick up top to Ziemba. Ziemba over to Rick. Rick looking for the net, takes a shot. Marshall pads it away. Shane Miller back up top to Ziemba. And it's batted away by number 28, Nico Maritucci. Jace Rick controls in his own zone, and it's swatted away by Reinbold. Loza in the defensive zone, looking up. As there's
Got
14 to
him in
go
a
on the penalty
change
kill.
here.
Yep. Shane Miller takes it into his own zone. Boards it around over to Jace Rurick. We hear Shane Paremba smacking his stick. Let his guys know that it's about to be full strength. Some tipped passes in front by Shane Miller and Tristan Lloyd. Batted away, and we'll be back to even strength. Our puck's dumped in the neutral zone. Madalo all alone, left to right.
What
Shane
a save,
Paremba.
another one.
Another great save,
I
one-on-one.
mean-
It was Max Madalo that was all alone and sent back down the other way, 2-on-1. Jace Rurick back over.
Yeah.
There it is, the brotherly connection. It's Jace Rurick over to his brother Maddox, finds the net behind Dylan Marshall, and the score is now 5-1 in favor of the Crimson
You know, when they were
Hawks.
little, they didn't do that. They went
Yes.
past to one another.
Certainly two scores, two lethal threats. They're both able to pad their stats there as its score is now 5-1. And like we said, the brotherly connection. Jace finds Maddox. And Dylan Marshall was unable
You know
to.
what would have happened if Maddox wouldn't have scored?
What's that?
He would have got the shit beat out of him later. Or at least a good talking to.
Yeah, definitely. It's two that was scored by the Crimson Hawks, and the Duquesne Dukes, again, looking to just go into this third without any more damage done. But
You read that? Their lights are on. Well, that needs to go over there.
it's
This
batted
isn't.
down.
Yeah.
Zach Soy collects his own zone. It's Caleb Hoffman that missed the pass and sent back down. Sent back down into the own zone. Paremba collects and will kill the final clock of the second period. The score now 5-1 Crimson Hawks. What was the story there for that one, Jim?
I mean, the shots, we were out shooting them, I think, a little bit more than 6, but so they caught up. We're still out shooting them. We're up 6. I think we're I'm going to call that a mediocre period. You know, it was positive in the sense that we scored some goals, but we also let them in the net. And I think, IUP just has to make sure they go to the locker room, stay focused, and come out and just, play solid hockey, right? Again, stay out of the box like we're doing.
And it's just that the Dukes will plan their attack here for the third period. Looking to, of course, minimize this lead, but of course the Crimson Hawks are going to discuss how they can nurture this lead up 5-1. And we're heading into the second intermission. We'll be back here with the third. Welcome back for the third period here, where the Crimson Hawks are in a strong position with a 5-1 lead over the Duquesne Dukes. It's been an exciting night for IUP with some insurance goals adding to the story. One of the oddities of the game came off the stick of Sean Donovan. Found the back of the net in an unconventional way, but a bit of puck luck mixed with a hard shot, of course. All counts the same. We saw a beautiful display of teamwork from the Rierick brothers. They executed a typical 2-on-1 to perfection. The chemistry was there. No chance for the goaltender Dylan Marshall to respond. So we'll see with a comfortable lead. The Hawks looking to close this one out and add another win to their season and advance to a 7-4 record. Now let's see if they can keep the same energy and finish strong here in the final 20.
All right, here we go. Let's go to the third.
And the puck's tied up and won by Duquesne. They'll dump it into their own zone. It'll be Blake Sinicki that collects in the far boards, and they'll send it to Ty Burkett. Shane Miller bounces it off the boards to Loza. Loza into his own zone. Loza and Rierick over to Rierick. A little bit of a mistimed pass. Rierick was unable to get a stick on it. And certainly some early pressure for sure. Early pressure for the Hawks, and definitely not the spot the Dukes want to be in.
Puck control.
Yep. The Dukes take it into their own zone. It's number 6, Ethan George. He'll take a quick shot on Shane Paremba. As we talked about it there at the intermission. He's been, of course, doing his work. He's been 22 of 23 unofficial shots that he's seen. He's seen some spectacular highlight reel saves.
That second period was by far his best.
It was just great work. Certainly, a guy that you want to have in your corner every time you come out here on the ice. As it's bounced into the neutral zone, it'll be Trent London that collects. He uses that speed, dumps it for Maddox Rierick, but
he's tipped away. Got a little piece of that and deflected it out of Maddox's path.
The first minute down, and there's a surprise. Wow, there it is. Yeah, that was a surprise bounce.
That is not what we needed in the start of the third. And this is kind of like IUP in the second, right? Like IUP came out, scored pretty early.
Yeah, it was a really weird bounce that it kind of took there off the stick, but it kind of fell in the middle, and I believe it was number 23, Sean Marshall, that collected it, and of course he was point blank all alone with Shane Paremba. Not much you can do as a goaltender, but of course the Hawks still have a 3-goal lead. Not sweating just yet, but of course they want to nurture this for as long as they can. And the Dukes look to break out. Of course, the Crimson Hawks defense standing tall for the majority of the game. That was a weird rebound as well there off Shane Paremba. And it's dumped back into the defensive zone, and Ty Burkett will collect. He'll bounce it off the board for Kyle Ziemba back over to Burkett. Batted away. We're seeing a lot more aggressive forecheck here from these Dukes. They're looking to reverse that scoreboard in their own favor.
That was a nice look out of that
stretch
corner.
Pass over to Adams. Adams takes it into his own zone and boards it around to Jeffrey Boker as there's a tie-up. Falls into the middle for Chase Malloy. Stick tied up on the far board, and it's bounced over towards us. There's a great shot block by Kyle Ziemba. It seemed like it was kind of all alone down there.
You gotta like that block.
Was Sawyer Koretz. Yep. We've seen that. The defensive pairings that these Crimson Hawks send out there, they do a great job.
Here comes that grit line.
Yep. There it is, Richard Wild.
Look at that block.
Yep, Richard Wild, Nathan Miola, and Caleb Hoffman.
Tied up. Sinicki,
tying it up in the neutral zone with Caleb Hoffman, and Sinicki will collect down low. Send it across, tied up by number 7, Brandon Barger. And it'll be dumped into the neutral zone and batted away by the Dukes. Caleb Hoffman gives chase and gives a little bump for the tie-up. Puck drawn into the defensive zone for the Hawks, and it's the winger that collects, number 13, Madala. Barger looks along the middle, and it looked like that puck might have hit the net, but the referees did not see it. It's Colin Moore, his own zone, looks into the neutral zone, and that'll slide to the stick of Paremba, and he will freeze that puck. And there's 16:56
that line
to go.
Was just out there. They're probably all 5'8", and they are not afraid of taking the body or hitting the body.
Yeah, they definitely don't play. They don't play the size that they
No,
are. They
right.
play a lot bigger for sure. And they use that, that gritty physicality that they have in their toolbox to their advantage. And, they can certainly produce some points for themselves as well.
Nice
Pass
play
batted away by Shane Miller.
Got
Yeah.
a little piece of that.
As the Dukes looking to break out, but the Hawks just are impenetrable right now. Sean Donovan up to Miller in the neutral zone. Miller dumps. Matthew Loza giving chase. Using the stick to his advantage. Loza right around the net.
My
Wow.
gosh.
Wrap around
That
goal,
was
Matthew
silly.
Loza.
Silly.
It was kind of a surprise
Yeah,
shot.
it
Definitely.
wasn't very, that goalie had no idea where the puck was, and he just came around, and I think he saw, I don't know who was in front, Jace, but, he kind of moved towards him, and he just, bang, off the leg.
Yeah, like you said, it was Dylan Marshall that was caught off guard, was unaware where the puck was behind his net, thought it was on the other post. Matthew Loza definitely saw the misdirection and used it for his.
That's the way to answer what just happened down here a few minutes ago, or maybe even less than a minute ago.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, a great response. And a turnaround pass. Shane Miller taking it into his zone, wraps it around the net. Looking up top, he finds Sean Donovan at the point. Donovan looking for the traffic, and he shoots it in. Rearick looking for the tip, but it was Dylan Marshall, of course, that saw that through. Zach Soy sticks the pass away, and I think that'll be Sean Donovan that will drop it into the neutral zone. The Dukes again looking to break out. Donovan collects. We'll send it in the neutral zone for Loza. Loza is sent to the ice by number 19, Drew Palmer. Big defenseman, 6'2", we have him listed at. As it's sent back, then the Dukes are yet again looking to break out. Fanned on the pass, and Sean Donovan again will collect in his own zone. Ty Burkett scanning his options. Looks all the way across, looking for Hunter Fairman. Pass was sticked away by Nico Maritucci.
You know Fairman's getting to that puck first.
Yep, Fairman has the speed and the physicality for sure. These Hawks are using the physicality to their advantage. A weird little dump pass that found Sawyer Koretz in the zone, but was tied up by Ty Burkett. A little bit of a reverse hit there by Hunter Fairman.
Nice
wow.
play by Fairman right there.
Huge hustle play by Fairman. He puts his body on the line to get the puck into his own zone. As it's Reinbold into his own zone. He looks for the shot. Shot was tipped by Ty Burkett and caught.
Oh,
yeah, it looked like it caught Paremba off guard as they sent it back down the other way. It was a little bit of a mishandled pass.
That is going to hurt IUP only in the sense that these kids, they've been on the ice, they're tired, and they're not going to get a change. So Fairman just needs to keep his head right here and just get down there and do your business. Ice the puck, get off.
Yeah.
All four of them, or all five. Well, no, they make a change on D? No, they can't.
Nope.
So they gotta get a change here.
Yeah, the Hawks, looking to continue a disciplined game here. Is they have this 4-goal lead, and they don't want to jeopardize that in any way by taking undisciplined penalties. So of course, these guys are a little gassed, but they got to keep their heads clear.
Actually, this is helping us.
Yeah.
Right, the little delay here on the side of which.
Right, they get.
Duquesne wants to have the puck drop.
Yeah, they get a couple of seconds. As Paremba will ice that puck, and now
that's even better.
Yep.
I mean, that's perfect.
And we'll get it. The Crimson Hawks will definitely get a much-needed change, as it'll be that third line out there for the Crimson Hawks. Chase Malloy, Jordan Adams, and Jeffrey Boker out there. And it'll be the fourth line for the Duquesne Dukes. There's a dump pass into the middle, looking for Chase Malloy. He was unable to connect. Dukes looking to break out. And Kazi Yemba turns it back the other way. Chase Malloy dancing, looking for a shot. Missed wide. Jordan Adams collects behind the net, looks up top. Yemba at the point. Slap shot. Wow. Hit off the shoulder of Dylan Marshall and off the post as well. Quick shot. Jordan Adams, he scores.
There we go.
There it was. The offensive pressure.
Jordan, right now, that goal for Jordan's huge. He needed a lightning rod, and that was it.
Yeah, that was just a huge.
That could put that kid on fire right now.
It was a huge burst of offensive pressure there by the Hawks. So a couple tough shots that were thrown on net by the Crimson Hawks, and the puck was bouncing around, fell on the stick of Jordan Adams, picked his spot, and put it back down to Marshall. The score is now 7-2. Certainly a fruitful game so far for the Crimson Hawks. Lots of guys cracking the score sheet as they, again, will score 7 on 30 shots.
You know, this being a league game, they got to keep their foot in the gas.
And
No
like
mercy.
you said, a divisional game. The Duquesne Dukes had a divisional last weekend, had a divisional weekend as well. Beat the Mercyhurst Lakers 8-1, and won in a shootout against WVU, who the Crimson Hawks will see tomorrow night in a shootout. So certainly Duquesne has seen some of the CHMA division rivals early. The Crimson Hawks, just kind of getting their first taste of it. Quick shot in there by number 19. Turn around. Wow. And that is a score. Wow, it looked like
Duquesne comes back and answers.
It looked like there was.
Like, hey, you're not running away this fast, right?
Yeah, it looked
we're
like
gonna
Shane
stay
Paremba
here.
had a track on it, but it was just bouncing around in its crease, and the reinforcements for the Crimson Hawks were unable to beat number 2 Tristan Lloyd to the puck. And
A lot of credit to Duquesne.
Yep.
When you're down this, you could just easily lay down, and they're not.
yeah, they're gonna.
And they shouldn't. I mean, nobody should.
Right? They're going to keep the pressure applied. And it's still a 4-goal deficit for the Duquesne Dukes, but of course they're looking to reverse that. Miola dumps it for Hoffman. Hoffman around the boards, deking in and out. And he looks back the other way, controlling the puck very well.
He is. He's
Moving
smooth.
in
He
it
is
well.
so smooth.
Zach Soy looking for Caleb Hoffman, was not there. As Richard Wyatt will get it down low. The Hawks, there it is, that grinding line. They're just doing a great job of keeping the puck off the sticks of the Dukes. Miola brings it up top, looks down low, has nothing. Circles around, looks for a shot, shoots. And there's the traffic out in front. Zach Soy collects another shot in. Deflected by Caleb Hoffman, but the Dukes
so
are
So
swatting it
close
away. There's a hit on Caleb Hoffman by the
I mean,
by the
Duquesne is
point.
tired right now. They are exhausted.
Miola on the far board.
I'm sure we are too, but like
That's just the true
we're at
nature.
least
Yeah,
getting
they're tired.
changes.
Of course, they're tired, but
We're
it's a
getting
true
changes.
nature. Yeah, it's
They're
a true
not.
nature. There's a shot by Zach Soy all the way in. Dylan Marshall pads it away. And Jace Rearick showing off his moves in the neutral zone. And he'll circle it around. Now look to break out here. Rearick in the middle, spins off one guy, looks across, finds Shane Miller. Shane Miller takes it into the zone. Miller across to Jace. Jace misses wide. And it'll fall all the way back to Shane Paremba. Shane Paremba getting mobile all the way down and finds Kyle Ziemba. He looks up for Jace Rearick, but the pass was batted away by the Duquesne defenseman. Duquesne looking to break out. Unable to. The pass deflected by Ziemba. Ty Burkett that collects. Gets hit up against the boards by the Dukes. Quick shot by the Dukes. It was number 19, Drew Palmer. Puck bouncing around. Quick shot. Paremba pads away. Shane Miller collects. Dumps it up. And it was
that could be a high stick right there.
tapped away by Jace Rearick, and there's the call.
There it is.
Like you said, I believe high sticking will be the call.
Yeah.
And we'll see a...
Oh, we got an interference on somebody.
I think so, yeah. Somebody's heading to the box. It'll be Kyle Ziemba for the Crimson Hawks, I believe. And we'll see. It'll be Trent London.
Did you see that?
I did not see the play.
I did not see it either.
As Trent London's going to, of course, he's going to try and plead his case for the Crimson Hawks. Kyle Ziemba will sit for 2 minutes, and we will see another PPC penalty kill. About 11:16 to go here in the third. The Crimson Hawks look to kill yet again another penalty. Drew Palmer up top dancing. Loses wild and goes across for Koritz. Koritz slides it down to his winger. And the clear.
There we go. I mean, that's beautiful.
By Jeffrey Boker, number 9. He's a great penalty killer, great on the face-off dot. Certainly a guy that the Hawks like to have out there. And the Duquesne Dukes send it back down the other way. Quick shot, Paremba pads away and controls the rebound. Goes out wide, Hunter Fairman sticking away and doing his work up top. Quick shot away, deflected by Zach Soy. Huge hit there by Jordan Adams to knock the puck loose, and it's Hunter Fairman back down the other way. Splits the D, goes all the way, and no call.
Wow.
Hunter Fairman definitely looking for one as he was taken down to the ice on that 2-on-1 breakaway. He had the defense split, but Duquesne Dukes are going to send it back down this way, the other way. Circling the net, wow, turnaround shot. And there they go.
Oh,
there's two guys tussling in the far corner.
All right, just get out of there. Just get out of there.
Yeah, like you said, not really the time or place that the Hawks want to.
Like, I'd like to go back and look at this on Fairman. Like,
yeah, that was
he got brutally molested.
And he got taken down to the ice on that.
And there was nothing.
Yeah, there was no call. As there's 53 seconds to go on this penalty kill, 10 in the game. Looks like
so
this.
now they're removing him from the game.
Yeah, it looks like this is going to get sorted out.
No, they're sending him to the locker room.
Yeah, and like you said, that'll be the end of the night for Hunter Fairman. Again, still some confusion down there. Of course, it was Hunter Fairman and someone else. It looks like a Duquesne Duke is injured in the far corner. We're a little unable to see. It looks like there might be some medical personnel going down to check out the situation. Guys on the ice are going to head to their bench, and it's a unfortunate way that the play stopped. But of course, both benches will take it as a breather.
So here's what I don't want to have happen, right? I mean, things are going to start getting ugly. Referees are, yep. So maybe they're trying to get control of it. I don't know.
Yeah, and we're going to finally see who it was that was down there for the Duquesne Dukes. It looks like it was number 13, Max Medallo. Certainly a key player in this Duquesne offense, a huge scorer. He's still voicing his opinion as he leaves the ice.
He is.
But just like that, two forwards down off the game. Hunter Fairman for the Crimson Hawks, Max Medallo for the Duquesne Dukes. And we'll see what penalties are assessed on the board. Currently still 53 seconds on the first penalty that Kyle Ziemba is still serving.
So at 10:09, the referees lost control.
It seemed that way. We're still waiting for an answer to see how many skaters will be on the ice for both sides and their respective teams. It's currently 53 seconds. It looks like there's going to be 3 skaters for the Crimson Hawks and 4 for the Duquesne Dukes.
Now we're going 5-3.
Yeah, we're going to.
Oh no, we're pulling the goalie and going 5-3.
Yeah, so an interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah, it's an interesting move by.
I don't know that I've ever seen this before.
It's definitely an interesting move by Conrad White. He pulls his goalie with 10 to go in the game to get an extra skater out there, on the 5-on-3.
Interesting.
Yeah, definitely. They're.
I mean, I'd love to interview the coach and find out why.
Quick shot, Shane Baremba makes the save. Yeah, it kind of makes them. It makes it seem like, Conrad he's really got his back against the wall. Down 4 goals. You figure you score an empty netter here. There's not much else you can do with a 5-goal deficit this late in the game. So they're looking to get 2 extra skaters and maybe net 1 more to get the momentum back down their direction, as there's 39 seconds to kill on that first penalty addressed to the Crimson Hawks, and then still another 40 to go in the men that were sent off the ice, as the Dukes are circling, looking for their shot. Shot on Paremba, shoulder save is batted away.
Wow.
Another great save. Lots of traffic in front.
If he pulls this off, I don't know. You'd be like, all right, coach of the year maybe.
Right.
I mean, not coach of the year.
certainly a gamble of a move.
Yeah, oh my.
Wow.
Oh, they had it too. He had a
Puck is
backdoor.
whistled dead.
Couldn't hit the net.
Yeah, like you said, it's a gamble of a move from the coaching staff. If it pays off,
Yeah.
of course, you give all the props to the coaching staff. If it doesn't,
yeah,
all the heat's
exactly.
on the coaching
Yeah,
staff as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
So, we'll see how this move plays out. There's
Yeah.
8 seconds until we see 5-on-4. It looks like they're going to send their goaltender back down now.
At least I can say I've honestly seen something I've never seen before.
Yeah, that is definitely a new one that I've seen. I've been watching hockey for a little while now, and definitely not a move I've seen. But that puck is whistled dead again. There's the 10-minute misconduct served
That's
to
on
Hunter
Fairman.
Fairman. And we're going to see another penalty. So the penalty score clocks are filled on both sides. We're waiting to see how many skaters will be out. I believe it will be a
4-on-4.
4-on-4
For 2 seconds. And then we'll go 5-on-4, right?
for a minute.
Yeah.
And then it'll be another penalty addressed.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens here. Looks like there's only 3 currently out for the Crimson Hawks, so we'll see 3-on-3 hockey actually. 3-on-3 for 2 seconds, and there is the 4th man for the Crimson Hawks. So now we'll see 4-on-3.
I kind of like all this just because there's a lot of open ice.
There's definitely, these guys can skate for sure. As there's 50 seconds here to serve on the second penalty against the Crimson Hawks and the misconduct against the Duquesne Dukes. So then we will see typical 5-on-4 hockey after those are expired as Jace Rick takes it down. Like you said, lots of room to skate. These guys certainly going to show off their moves. Looking in and out, Loza up to Rearick. Rearick looks for a shot, deflected and sent away. That shot was deflected by number 28, Nico Maritucci. Has done a great job so far tonight on the defensive end of the ice. Matthew Loza looks to tie up that puck. Jace Rearick keeps it in. He's looking in and out. Circles around. Finds Trent Lennon for the one-timer. Misses wide. Kyle Ziemba controls it at the point. And Jace Rearick back up top looks for a shot, and that is batted away into the net. As we have 8:03 to play on the clock. Looks like most of those penalties have expired except for a 46-second penalty remaining. 5-on-4. As I will update the graphic now. We see 46 seconds. 5-on-4 hockey for the Crimson Hawks. Right now, Jeffrey Boker, Trent London, Chase Malloy, Zach Soy, and Kyle Ziemba out there for the Crimson Hawks.
So technically we're on the PPC power play. Correct?
We are still on the PPC. We've been on the PPC power play and penalty kill for feels like forever now. But
that's how I got my money's worth.
Yep. One-timer by Trent London is fanned on. Zach Soy sends it away. Kyle Ziemba down low for Chase Malloy. Chase Malloy up top to Boker. Boker looks for Soy. Soy back to Boker. Boker to London. London down low, circles around and looks for Soy. Soy finds Malloy on the far dot.
Nice
shot
little
was
look there by
was
Chase Malloy. Got tipped by Duquesne. Out of play, but
looked
nice
like another low shot, like it has been.
Exactly.
Yeah, another low shot, looking for the tip in. It was Jeffrey Boker in front, of course, looking to screen the goaltender. As there's 14 seconds that remain here on this PPC power play, I should say. And there's London all alone, takes the shot, glove save by Dylan Marshall. There's 9 seconds that remain on penalty clock.
There. Smart play by our boys from IUP, just not going in there. They crash, but not too hard.
There's a new unit skates on for the Hawks. The Duquesne Dukes will keep their same 4. It's Caleb Hoffman, Richard Wild, Jacob Gray, Blake Sinicki, and Evan Sala. Caleb Hoffman centering that group. And he'll win that face-off. Richard Wild up top takes the quick shot. Stopped by Dylan Marshall. And 6 seconds remain on this PPC power play. 5-on-4 for the Crimson Hawks. Hoffman back into the dot. Face-off won by Caleb Hoffman sent to Wild. Wild misses wide of the net. The Dukes looking to
Look at
just
Hoffman. Holy cow. He's just
Hoffman
like all
dancing
over
in
the
and
ice
out.
there.
Yes, he is. Jacob Gray sends it up top for Sinicki. Sinicki
We pass to
passes.
the other team.
Yeah, looks like he missed Fand on the pass. And we'll be finally back to 5-on-5 play. Seems like it's been quite a while, but there's
All right.
just about 7 minutes here to play.
What do you think?
in
You
the
want to
third.
bet? You think we go 5-on-5 the rest of the game?
I don't know. That's a tough bet. I don't know if I would put any money on that myself, but I don't know. It looks like both of these teams are getting a little scrappy, but otherwise, I would of course hope for 5-on-5 full strength hockey, but we'll see as Jacob Gray takes it up himself, and Richard Wild collects in his own zone. Jacob Gray down low. There's 6:30 to go here in the game. Aggressive play by Evan Sale as he steps up and gets the poke check
He got it,
to
too.
knock it loose, yep. And Ty Burkett, the head fake to look around. Jace Rurick taking it through the neutral zone on his own with the moves going in and out. And he takes the low percent. Oh, we'll see. Wow, the goal is counted.
Yeah.
What a goal by Jace Rurick. He took that low percentage.
I actually think Wild got it. I think Jace threw it up, hit the shoulder.
Yeah, it looks like
dropped it.
that's
Yeah,
Matthew
I think
Loza.
Wild, yeah.
Matthew
Oh,
Loza's
yeah,
leading the
Loza,
charge.
Yeah, sorry, I said Wild.
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah.
So like you said, it was
It was just bouncing around there like loose, and
Jace
just
took
slapped
that.
it
Yeah,
in.
he took that
Yeah,
short
yeah.
angle shot, looking for that that tight angle.
Yeah.
Didn't get it. Of course, Dylan Marshall made the stop, but Matthew Loza was there to collect the trash and dump that one in and advance the score 8-3 for the Crimson Hawks.
Trash, diamonds, however you want to
Yeah,
look
however
at
you
it.
want to look at it, right? Shane Miller giving chase, ties it up down low. Chase Rear looking for the puck down low. It's knocked a little loose. Ty Burkett with the shot towards the net, missed wide. And here go the Duquesne Dukes. Low shot by number 17, Joseph Rainbold. Paremba patted it away. And it'll be Ziemba down below his own net. Chase Rurick on the far board. Back to Ziemba. Ziemba over to Burkett, looking for his man up high. Was trying to connect with Loza, but that pass was knocked loose. Quick shot by number 6, Ethan George. Missed wide. There's a scrum on the far board. Another quick
There you
shot
go.
on there by
Another good
saved by Shane Paremba, yeah.
That's what we need.
We have 5 minutes and 2 seconds to go here in the game. The Crimson Hawks lead 8-3. The shot counter is currently sitting at 35-35, which certainly it's kind of tells a story in and of itself.
It does.
As the Crimson Hawks, they have the same amount of opportunities that the Duquesne Dukes have had. It's just that they've capitalized more than the Dukes have. And like you said, they can't really use the excuse that they didn't have opportunities because the Dukes have had plenty.
Yes.
But Shane Paremba, of course,
I mean, just
doing a
5-on-3.
doing a great job.
5-on-3
Yep.
hockey, you got to score a goal.
Yep.
That is a beautiful play by Zach Soy.
It's
To get
tied
that
up. Yeah, tied up by
puck
Soy
out.
down there low.
Yep.
And the hand goes
there
up.
we go.
And like we
got
said,
a power play again.
the puck's still, it's not live anymore. Chase,
Yeah, we got
sorry,
it.
Nate Miola is the victim of the trip. And like we said, we'll head to another PPC power play. It'll be 5-on-4 here for 2 minutes. 4 minutes and 20 seconds remain on the game clock. But looks like for half of the rest of this game, the Crimson Hawks are going to have an extra man on the ice.
Nice keep by Ziemba right there.
Yeah, dancing on the blue line, Jace Rearick up top to Ziemba. Ziemba back to Rearick. One-timer by Rearick, missed high. And it'll bounce all the way to the neutral zone. Kyle Ziemba will control and give it to Maddox Rearick. 4:06 to go. Over to Miller on the red line. Sends a soft pass in the middle. It was deflected by 28 Nico Maritucci. It's Loza looking up top. There's
you never heard of.
There's a kind of a fan shot by Maddox Rear. Definitely wanted to put a little more mustard on that as well, but it was stopped by Dylan Marshall with 1:24 to go in the PPC power play.
I'll call the next. I'm going to go with Jace already went to Maddox, so now we're going to go Maddox
to Jace. Let's see if the
it's never happened before.
yeah.
Right?
Let's see if the brothers can connect again here tonight.
The other way.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to play the lottery.
I guess we'll see how it plays out. Shane Miller at the dot wins that faceoff. Loza sends it to Maddox. Maddox down low to Jace. Jace scanning his options to Miller down low. Looked for it in the middle. Was unable to connect with Maddox Rearick. Play broken up by number 7, Brandon Barger. And it's Shane Miller in the neutral zone. He brings it in. Jace Rearick takes it into his own zone. Matthew Loza down low, stick tied up. And it's sent back to the neutral zone for Kyle Ziemba. And here's Jace Rearick looking across for the middle. There's Jeffrey Boker on the other wing. Looks back to the other side. Jace Rearick, quick shot, missed wide.
Looked like he had a fly rod.
Yeah, he flew that one a little high on the glass. Wow, quick pass there by number 17, Joseph Reinbold. He looked for it in the middle for Sean Marshall. He was unable to connect. Jordan Adams in the far corner. Using that speed, he's taking it himself. Takes it all the way into the neutral zone. Back down across the other net. There it is up top for Zach Soy. Back over to Jordan Adams.
Left in this power play.
Zach Soy with the quick shot. Glove saved by Dylan Marshall. And that is the end of that power play. 2 minutes remaining. It is 2:23 officially on the rest of the game clock. As we'll see a new 5 out for the Crimson Hawks and Jacob Gray.
Pretty line.
Jacob Gray, Richard Wild, Caleb Hoffman. And we have that big pair in Evan Sala and Blake Sinicki. Face off won by Caleb Hoffman. Quick shot in by Caleb Hoffman. That was another shot. They've been looking to target Marshall up high.
I think it went off the helmet.
It sounded like it. It looked like it had a little obstruction in the way. But yeah. Another face-off win by Caleb Hoffman. Evan Sala dumps it back down low. 2:13 to go. Richard Wild sticks it away. And it's sent back to the neutral zone. Blake Sinicki playing a little baseball, fields it. And sent back for the Duquesne Dukes. Dumped into the own zone. Shane Paremba kind of lost an edge there, it looked like, in net, but seems to be all right. Circled up through, quick shot, saved by Paremba. Huge hit by Sinicki down low. Receiving that was Sawyer Koritz. I'm sure he's feeling that still as he comes down. It looks like he's not getting up. That was a huge hit down there. We were a little unable to see, but definitely feeling the effects of a Blake Sinicki hit. And there's a little, there's
no penalty.
There's a little backlash given as quickly. Looks like tensions are definitely rising here at S&T Bank Arena.
This is unbelievable. Sinicki's going to the bench. They come over, entice him, and now he's got to go because.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Ethan George that's going to skate off for the Duquesne Dukes and Blake Sinicki for the Crimson Hawks. And we hear some opinions being voiced by the fans here. It's like you said, Blake Sinicki had the hit and was.
There was no penalty on the hit.
There's no penalty, and they were getting chippy. So he's going to the bench.
Duquesne comes down, gets in Sinicki's face, and they throw him out.
Yeah,
I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, this is how the game gets upside down sometimes.
Yeah, and this isn't really a sight you want to see, especially with a minute 40 to go in the game.
Yeah,
and
it's 8-3.
Yeah, this game's gonna go to the Crimson Hawks. While we have a minute here, we'll take a look at the away the remaining schedule, I should say, is Crimson
So I
Hawks.
got to ask her, are you going to the game tomorrow?
I'm not sure. I plan on it, but like I was going to say, it's going to be a night game there at WVU, a 9:45 puck drop
Yeah.
in
It's brutal.
Morgantown.
I will be
So,
there if
we're gonna
you
see-
need some help, but like, I don't care. You know, like it's a very cold rink,
Yeah,
and
So we're
there's not
gonna-
a lot of space.
yeah, tight rink for sure.
Tight rink.
We're gonna, like you said, a 9:45 puck drop, a night
Yeah,
game.
that's nuts. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, it happens every year.
Yeah,
You know, and then the following week we got to go up to Mercyhurst.
yeah, up
And
in
I think
Erie.
that's at
That's another late
9:15,
game as well. Yeah.
9:15, 9:30.
I believe the Duquesne Dukes are going to.
Yeah.
I think they're going to face off against RMU tomorrow night at their own rink. So some more divisional
I think we're on
play.
Are we on a power play? Yeah.
I believe
we
so.
are.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
5-on-4.
yeah,
Another PPC power play.
See, I get my
5-on-4.
money's worth off of this.
5-on-4 here. It's going to be, it's going to be 5-on-4 for the remainder of the game. So there's a minute 30 to go on the game clock.
I mean, right now IUP just needs just play smart here.
Of course, yeah. No,
You don't need another goal.
Right,
You
just-
don't- just control the puck.
They're certainly going to walk away with the win after this one.
That's fine. Just skate it back in. Take time off the clock here, and
Right.
let's just get out with a big W.
Jordan Adams over to Jeffrey Boker. Boker looks up to Trent London all alone. Took a shot into the chest of Dylan Marshall. Back over to London on the far dot. Zach Soy up high, uses the board. They give it to Malloy down low. Adams collects, back to Marty. Or back to Malloy. Malloy uses the boards for Soy. Soy dancing around the blue line, finds Jordan Adams. Back to Malloy, quick one-timer for number 7. Found the pads of Dylan Marshall. Still working down low. Wow, a fantastic save. That is a fantastic save by Dylan Marshall.
That might
Quick
be the best
stick.
one of the night.
That was a quick
Best one of the
stick
night.
save. We had the perfect vantage point of that stick save. Quick shot by Trent London looking for his second of the night with 22 to go here.
I was going to go with IUP for the best one of the night, but that was the best one.
That was a very good save for sure.
I mean, that
Quick
was
shot
a
by
stick.
Malloy. Yep. That was all on the handle of his stick. As it's sent down for Shane Paremba, there's 8 seconds that remain on the clock.
Just eat the puck.
Yeah, and they'll eat that puck just like you said. And the clock will expire. The Crimson Hawks taking this game 8-3 against Duquesne Dukes, their division rival. The Duquesne Dukes came into this weekend on a 2-0 divisional winning streak. Certainly coming in high, but of course, the Crimson Hawks were, ready to shut it down, and they did so doing that. 39-35, the final shot counter tonight. 8-3, the final score. What were your thoughts on that one?
Hey, I think IUP needed this. They've been splitting every weekend, and they got to carry this in tomorrow, right? So, typically we play the same team twice. Tomorrow we got to go to WVU, and it's a late game. So hopefully these players go home, get some sleep, good nutrition, hydrate, and they got to come out firing like this tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly that.
I got to tell you, Josh, it was a pleasure working
It was
with
a
you.
pleasure talking with you as
Yeah.
well. Like you said, the Duquesne Dukes saw WVU last week, and they won in a 4-3 shootout. And the Crimson Hawks will see WVU tomorrow night, I should say, in Morgantown, West Virginia, 9:45. It was a pleasure bringing you this game. Crimson Hawks will skate out of here, the victors 8-3, and we'll see you tomorrow night. With me on color was Mr. Jim Rarick. Next to me on camera, Bree Bland. And I'm Josh Yates on play-by-play. And we'll see you tomorrow.